Well, I can't look. I don't know how many reserve forces he might be able to call up, and on what timeline, Brianna. What I would tell you is that as they lost the Battle of Kyiv, and as they tried to then refocus their efforts on the Donbass, particularly that eastern part of Ukraine, he has already put more reinforcements in and tried to shore up battalion tactical groups that were almost completely depleted from their combat effectiveness. Now, he's done that. He's put some together in a patchwork way, and he's reintroducing them into the east. He's got about 90 or so battalion tactical groups, and we continue to see him want to reinforce them with additional manpower. So it's possible that this could give him a little bit more flexibility, but frankly, he's an autocrat. And if he really wanted to call up more people and put more people into the fight, he would already be able to do that. Let's not lose the bigger picture here, whether he declares war or not. He's already at war in Ukraine. He's already killing innocent civilians, flinging millions into refuge. And what needs to happen, instead of declaring war as some symbolic effort to prove that he's now more of a victim than he claims he was before, he should sit down with Mr. Zelensky and do the right thing and end this war. Rather than declare it, he should end it.
How do you see right now where Russian forces are on their objective on being able to annex parts of eastern Ukraine?
And they're struggling, Brianna. The progress in the east from the Russians has been uneven. It's been impeded. It has been slow, and they have not been able to achieve a whole lot of success there in the east. I mean, they're still bombing Mariupol. So for all their claims that there's no resistance in Mariupol, there is. So they have not achieved really any of the strategic objectives that Mr. Putin set out for. And the Ukrainians are fighting back stiffly, bravely, nimbly, skillfully in the Donbass region. And so there's been a lot of back and forth, Brianna. Well, the Russians might take a town or two, the Ukrainians will take it back. And we're still continuing to see that even over the last 24 hours.
How do you see Putin's ability compared to Ukraine's, though, to back that up? I mean, doesn't he have an endless supply of resources to throw at what he sees as this problem?
I wouldn't describe it as endless, Brianna, but certainly he has numerical advantages. I mean, he has the ability to draw on more manpower than the Ukrainians do. He has more aircraft available to him. He has more missiles available to him. Certainly, he has some numerical advantages. But I would tell you this, while it's still a lot, he's about 75% or so of the combat power that he once had that he still has. So it's not like he hasn't been depleted. And it's not just about the stuff, Brianna. It's about the skill and the organizational ability, the command and control, the ability to integrate ground and air. The Russians have not overcome the challenges that they had early on in this war. I mean, when they were all going to Kyiv, everybody was predicting Kyiv was going to fall in a couple of days, and it didn't. And one of the reasons it didn't was because the Russians couldn't get their act together, and they are still struggling in the Donbass. Even when they named this new general, four-star general, to sort of take over, they still have not overcome all those challenges. By contrast, though smaller in number, the Ukrainians still have a lot of their capability left to them, and more is flowing in every single day. They also have better command and control, better communications, high morale. They are fighting bravely. They've got they allow for initiative. They have a non-commissioned officer corps because of all the training they've got over the last 8 years. So they have certain advantages in the field as well.
Today, of course, the president is visiting this factory that makes Javelin anti-tank missiles. He's going to deliver remarks there about this funding for Ukraine. What's his objective?
Well, look, I won't speak for the president, and I won't get ahead of his visit, but I think he clearly wants to get a look at least one of these kinds of munitions that has proven so critical on the battlefield and still is, Brianna. The Javelin anti-armor missile is very, very effective, and you don't have to look any more than the footage that CNN's been showing every day of burned out and destroyed tanks all over Ukraine to see the evidence of that. And I think it's important that the president reach out to our defense industrial base because that's going to be critical in helping Ukraine continue to fight this war and continue to be able to defend itself is our own defense industrial base. So we're glad to see that the president's going down there to take a look, not just at the missile and what it can do, but about all the great Americans who are helping produce these kinds of systems that are having such a profound effect inside Ukraine. Yeah,
there are so many people behind all of this aid that is going there.
That's exactly right.
John Kirby, we appreciate you being with us from the Pentagon. Thank you.